What started as a cheap car to sell quickly turned into a nightmare. We have been to an auction and bought a 2006 Fiat Punto to sell on. Should we find out if it was a good decision?
Let's do it.
Right guys, so first things first, we need to give this car a quick visual inspection and see actually what we're dealing with. But first impressions aren't too bad. Other than being really dirty, all the tyres seem good. There's no massive curbing on the alloys, even though they're not particularly exciting. It just looks unloved. Inside the car isn't too bad either. A lovely cloth interior. It's not heavily stained or anything. It's just not the nicest smelling thing in the world, which you can quickly solve. I think with a bit of love, this car's going to come up really, really nice, so let's see what we can do. After that extremely thorough inspection, it's now time to take it for a drive to see if we bought a lemon or a decent car. Should we see if it starts?
That would be a start.
Sounds alright. Well, issue one, the dashboard doesn't work. Not like the whole dash, just that mileage bit, so we can't read the mileage, which I saw on the MOTs, but apparently that is not an MOT value. It was on about like 60k 2 years ago, so we know the mileage isn't like too big anyway. Yeah, so what I'm listening for really is any big bangs, rattles, screeches on startup, which it's absolutely fine with, and it drives nice, the clutch feels okay. Decent bite on it, The gearbox feels smooth, it's not notchy. I quite like the Fiat Punto. It's one of those cars that's a bit different, isn't it? Everyone has like Corsas and Fiestas, but I think the Punto is actually one of the best looking ones.
I actually think they're quite underrated.
Yeah. But we know when we list this car, what we're going to find first is this car still available? Then they do this. And the other one that we get is this. So hopefully this makes a decent car for someone.
First time car.
Yeah, we'll see how we get on with it.
Why do it yourself? Someone will do it for you.
Starting to look better already, isn't it? You're proud of your work? After washing it, I have found some damage. There's a little dent in here, and the alloys are quite curved. We might be able to do something with them. Obviously not going to be able to do much with the dent, but on a 2006 Fiat Punto, it's probably entitled to it. Now I think we can all agree that this car looks 1,000 times better than when we first got it. So the next thing to do is to get it listed on Facebook and see what happens.
One eternity later.
Right guys, so an update on the Punto situation. Now, when we first listed the car, we had the typical lowball offers that normally come through. We had about 10 of them. And then it just went absolutely dead. There was no interest in it whatsoever. I was thinking, you know, what's wrong with the car? Is that mileage thing putting everyone off? And I thought to myself, it is cheap enough. I reduced it eventually to about like 700 quid, which I think is fairly reasonable for a car like that. But in the end of it, I just couldn't be doing with the hassle. So I've literally cut my losses and put it back in auction. So it's not been a successful flip whatsoever. But the reason I'd done that is because I'd lost heart with it, and I just want to start again on another one, to be quite honest with you. So I do have another one lined up already, but I'm going to take this one as a massive learning curve. I've sold cars in the past, and I tend to find the sweet spot is cars around £1,500 to £2,000. They generate the most interest. I think these sort of lower price cars attract a very particular type of audience, and they're quite hard to deal with, if I'm quite honest with you. It is a bit of a kick in the dick after you spent the day cleaning it all up and making it look presentable, but at the end of the day, you win some, you lose some, and that's just the way it goes, and it's a risk you take. When you're buying a car to sell, you are taking a risk. It was still worth it, you still learn a lot, and so it's on to the next one. Thank you for watching, and keep subscribing, and hopefully the next one we don't turn into a complete flop.